after that Rihanna NFT, music NFTs are back in the news. So former Warner Music CEO Stephen Cooper has joined OneOf's board, and Napster, remember them, acquired NFT music platform Mint Songs. Mint Songs allows artists to turn their music into NFTs and create exclusive art for fans, while OneOf is a music-focused NFT platform that signed a 3-year partnership with the Grammys. OneOf is venturing out into different categories. I think they're doing like more corporate and travel NFTs. We saw them partner with Amex in Turkey at a luxury hotel last year. Will, I'm tossing it off to you. Are music NFTs having a comeback?
I have actually a different corollary. Remember like how all these regulators hop into high VC spots, like your Brian Quintez jumps from like CFTC over to the A16Z. I think we're seeing a similar thing with these NFTs, right? Where people from high level executives and media companies are going to jump into these NFT spots. They're going to be on the board. They're going to be executives. It's just like a very natural progression, right? I want something fun. I want something sexy. I want something interesting. So I'm going to jump over into like this new NFT startup that has something to do with media and call it a day. So that's my big takeaway from it. From like an NFT perspective, this just kind of follows a trend we've been seeing for a while, right? Like a lot of these media companies, they're always asking what's next. And frankly, they're always looking for more revenue sources. It's really hard to work in media. The margins are always very thin. Things are very volatile. And guess what? There's a new thing to make revenue. So why not mint some NFTs and have some fun with it? I don't see these things going very far. I haven't been a big fan of a lot of NFT projects. And I'm not a big fan of a lot of these music NFTs. Like, I'm sorry, I think Spotify and others beat you to the spot, and there's not going to be a lot of ways to build around that. That's my take.
I think you're going to be eating your words, Will. It wouldn't be the first time.
I hope so.
I mean, this is goals. Like, may we all have prominent careers after which we can just join boards of directors and get paid on some newfangled thing based on the old fangled thing that we had previously mastered. I'm trying to be like this. This guy's like 75, 76. He like stepped down from Warner Music and now he's doing OneOf, which to my mind is the biggest thing in Tezos land, right? It's the Tezos NFT platform. And you see Tezos, it sort of is still out there making a push into sort of the mainstream awareness. You see it at Citi Field of the New York Mets. Baseball season is coming back. Spring training, everybody. Will, my baseball takes are going to come back. I have bad news for you. Anyway, that's so Tezos is doing this stuff. This is the big sort of like Dapper Labs with Flow, Tezos. This is that sort of big mainstream NFT push. And I think what they're doing with this thing is they're trying to bring on, you know, a legit titan who's been in the entertainment industry for a long time. They're looking to bring some of that experience into the fold to say, okay, how do we like level up our game so that this doesn't just remain some niche thing that probably too few people know about, even despite some high profile partnerships with the Grammys and others. But hey, who knows? Still, career goals.
Complete career goals. I think as much as we talk about, you know, we need mainstream adoption, we need people who are not operating in crypto to use these things. This is the way to do it, right? To get people who have spoken to the mainstream in very traditional ways for so long to come in and look at what's happening and give some advice based on their experience. I just want to shout out Napster. Like Napster really, I want to be like Napster. I want to have like, I want to just survive through decades, rebrand, be able to operate in Web3, acquire up new cool NFT platforms. Like Napster is just doing it. I think Napster has also lived through the music industry for so long to be able to take on these new platforms like Mint Songs and then apply some of their, you know, experience magic to the projects. Zach, to your point, OneOf already has a big music heavyweight behind it. I don't know. I think Quincy Jones is a co-founder, and Quincy Jones Productions is one of the big backers there. So maybe that's how they've been able to be so successful with those mainstream NFTs.
Jen, I have questions. Is this like real Napster, or is this like the thing that happened? Was it with like LimeWire? Remember there was like these ghosts of like early internet that there's like a little bit of juice left in these brands, and then they like say that they're going to do crypto stuff, but it's like unclear if it's the original company or like someone who bought the name. Is this the real Napster? Is this that?
So I am not 100% clear on that. I think it is. I think the real Napster rebranded as a streaming service, and they've been operating as a streaming service for a while. They have a venture arm called Napster Ventures. That's who has acquired Mint Songs. And so I believe, I stand to be corrected, that this is the Napster who has survived the test of time. But I will check, and tomorrow I will verify. Zach.
Okay, no, I mean, I take your word for it. I think this is a great exit for Mint Songs. Like, congrats on starting up, a music NFT platform, seeing some, early success. I mean, Jen, to your original question, can music NFTs bounce back? Like, bounce back from what? Like, they had a few That's buzzy true. Moments in which it was going to be like this cool thing where kind of artists were able to get direct revenue.
Amazing press releases.
Like, artists should be able to get direct revenues. They should be able to sort of go around these existing gatekeepers that take a big cut of their money, right? Spotify is great, but you get 1 cent a stream or something like that. I don't know, probably even less. So anyway, it did present this alternative model. And then in the heady days of crypto, I think there was a lot of excitement around what that potentially represented, but it didn't really click, right? We're all used to having music sort of on demand at our fingertips, the world's library of all music available to us without having to pay for a copy of it, right? So I think there still is a lot that needs to go into sort of this consumer education part of why you would buy a music NFT. You get to support the artist, cool. Maybe it entitles you to some additional perks, cool. But beyond that, I think it's still fuzzy as to whether or not this is actually going to resonate with folks in a big way. So yeah, congrats on the exit though. This is cool that they're now associated with the big brand.
As part of that exit, I add the chief technology. I just want to add one more thing, Will, before we go on to the next thing. The chief technology officer and head of product of Mint Songs is now helping Napster with their Web3 foray. So strategic on both sides.